In this video, I'm going to go over who I purchased this tri-mill header from and basically show where the vacuum leak was still happening, and of course all because of the header. JT Outfitters, advertised on eBay and online. Buyer beware. Here we go. Documented video, July 9th. Starter fluid, ongoing issue, vacuum leak because the intake manifold is sitting on the header, won't allow it to close all the way. RPM just went up. Subtle vacuum leak, which won't allow to be hit with the idle right without being in choke. Okay, so this number 2 video is going to be me finally disgusted and frustrated with dealing with this header anymore, and I'm going to give you all the details and tell you who I was dealing with and who you don't want to deal with and buy their crap. Other video shows I still have a subtle vacuum leak with the starter fluid, but the underlying issue that I was not able to tell until I was taking some pictures the other day because I wanted to document how I had the washer set. See, I've had to fabricate and build washer sets to try and make everything close, because you see here that the factory has an offset, so I got to have a smaller washer in there to touch it and then a bigger one to overlap to touch it. But the problem is I can't replicate that exact thing over on this side because it doesn't match up the same, where the little one is starting to touch the header, right? You see that? Where it's on that top lip, it's touching it, okay? Problem, okay? Well, I finally got this thing where I thought it was as tight as it was gonna get, chasing all this silliness, and then to come to find out, when I was documenting pictures, the intake manifold sits on the header. And there's your header builder, tri-mill, and this is sold by JT Outfitters out of North Carolina. Now, I could grind down the intake manifold and make some separation, but what's that going to take? I don't know. And then what happens if I destroy it and then I'm still having an issue and I can't put the OEM exhaust manifold? So what I've decided, I'm going to put the exhaust manifold back on, and let me show you real quick. The exhaust manifold, you can see, has these insets to match the bolts to make sure everything is sitting on there tight. All right, that's what you got to have good solid contact to the head to make sure you're not getting leaks. That's the problem. I'm gonna have to clean all that up, and good thing I didn't throw it away. So yeah, JT Outfitters out of North Carolina swore up and down he sold 100 of these setups, but yet the setup he sold me, I've been chasing a rabbit hole since COVID started, and yeah, I'm just done. That's $2,000 worth of you know, header, second carburetor, advised by Weber to try and compensate for the straight exhaust and electronic ignition to give more fuel. And you know, sad thing is the thing actually is very spunky, but I can't keep it at an idle without running the choke halfway because of the ongoing vacuum leak. So I'm done messing with it. I don't want to gamble. I want this thing to run smooth and good, and you know, that's the problem. The guy Joe, I guess, is the owner. says he's done, you know, he tried to tell me he's sold hundreds of these things, which I believe is a false indication, because if he sold over 100 of these and they're having this much issue, I feel sorry for all the folks out there. This isn't my first rodeo. I told myself doing a header would probably give me problems, and sure as shit, it's the biggest issue and has caused all the pain. The guy tried to tell me that it's stated on their website and or their eBay page that, you know, some fabrication will be required. That's absolutely false. I'm going to post the pictures of their page. Nowhere on their page does it say anticipate for a whole lot of fabrication, especially something that's going to go damage, you know, your original equipment intake manifold that they don't sell any aftermarket stuff for. So just FYI, before you go start digging in and planning to do some, you know, major deal like this, stay away from JT Outfitters. He's been totally unhelpful, non-responding to, you know, my ongoing documentation and issues from the beginning, trying to ask for advice. I did the first time video was, you know, me trying to retrace everything to maybe so the guy could look at it and tell me what the problem is. You know, he lied to me that he's got guys installing this shit. He hasn't installed any of this stuff in over 10 years. They shut down their mechanic side, probably because they got tired of messing with this kind of shit. But, you know, today's technology, this may be more harmful to them down the road than can be, but full documentation. I'll show the receipts where I bought it from them, and they have been nothing. They have done nothing to help try and resolve this issue. You know, if this one was a fluke, I've tried to talk to him about, hey, maybe I need a new header. Nothing. So buyer beware. JT Outfitters out of North Carolina. Stay away. They don't know what the hell they're doing. And you know, I can probably tell you, and I'll do another video after I get all this back together, but I wanted to document it before I tear it back down. I'm going to go back with the OEM, and I'd be willing to bet this thing will run perfect. Anyway, I hope this helps and saves somebody a whole lot of grief, because here we are in July. I started this back in March, I think, when I started looking into ordering all this and do the smog delete. You know, also plan on getting your delete pulley. Got to have that. Nobody sells like a complete kit. So, and I'll just, for vacuum wise, you know, this one stays to the brake. This one, I got it going over to the can, the charcoal can, which ties into your fuel tank, what I found out. I went ahead and ran this vacuum to the EGR to make sure it's got good suction. Put a vent up on top so you get plenty of circulation. Vacuum to the distributor. Timing's good. And just so you know, the guys that are trying to figure it out, your timing is back there in the back. Get you a good timing light. There's a little dot on there you need to work with. So I'll do another finish up video after this, but I'm trying to document this and be as fair as I can. I've given plenty of time and plenty of, you know, leeway for this guy to try and make this shit right, and he ain't doing it. And I feel bad for all the other people out there having to deal with this guy.